You guys, watch this next video to see how the New Yorkers say that the Donald Trump's shooting was actually fake. Check out what they said.
What did you think of the Trump shooting last weekend?
Man, good question, bro. Yo, Trump, F the other side, man. Get Trump back in office.
I sound like a conspiracist. I think it might be planned, possibly, for pity points.
Honestly, I think it was kind of fake.
I think he missed. If he's gonna do it right.
So you think the shooter should have shot and killed him?
Do it right. No, I don't think he should have shot him. But I always say, if you're gonna do it right.
As soon as I heard it, I didn't even see it. As soon as I heard it, I was like, this is staged. And
There was somebody in the stands that died, a retired firefighter.
I understand that, and I can't explain that.
Hey guys, it's Matt Miller with Jaywalk Journalism, and today we're here in New York City asking people, do they think divisive rhetoric like calling Trump and his supporters fascist and Hitler?
Trump is a Nazi time again.
Let's deal with Hitler, okay?
Echoing Hitler's words.
Well, Hitler was duly elected.
Echoing the hateful rhetoric of Adolf Hitler.
Echoes Hitler. That's the kind of language Hitler used in Mein Kampf.
Contributed to the assassination attempt against him. Let's see what they have to say. What did you think of the Trump shooting last weekend? What is your thoughts on that?
I thought it was really terrible, obviously, like political violence at all. I think, unfortunately, that's kind of the direction our country's going in. So.
Have you personally ever referred to Trump or his supporters as fascist or Hitler-like?
I personally haven't, but I know, some people do feel that way. So.
Do you think that sort of rhetoric or characterization may have contributed to the shooting?
I'm not sure, because I think the guy who shot him was a Republican.
He was a registered Republican, but he had donated to Democrat PACs. If you thought somebody was Hitler, then it's understandable you maybe want to take him out, I guess?
Yeah, I guess so, but I think a lot of assassination attempts and assassinations have happened to people who aren't fascists, like JFK wasn't a fascist, Lincoln wasn't a fascist.
I was like, dang, I wish they didn't miss.
What was that? You wish they didn't miss?
Yeah.
So you wish they didn't miss, like, I guess you're saying, like, you wish that they got him, that he was dead?
Not that he was dead, but like...
Well, if they didn't miss, I think he would have been dead.
Yeah.
Isn't Bob Marley a peace and love guy?
It's very love, peace and love.
Peace and love? What do you think Bob Marley would say about it? Probably wouldn't say that that he wished he didn't miss.
Delete.
I think it might be planned, possibly, for pity points. Isn't it kind of ironic his whole family spoke up after that, and now he's trying to get, sentimental votes? I don't know.
Being a criminal.
I'm not saying I'm a Biden supporter, but I'm definitely not a Trump supporter.
Okay.
And it's definitely not okay to try to take someone's life. But I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Trump.
Have you guys ever referred to Trump as Hitler before?
I've heard of it. I didn't refer to him as it, but I've heard of it.
I've heard of it, but no.
I wouldn't call him Hitler, but I would say
I wouldn't go to that extent, but
No.
he's not the most wonderful person.
Do you think that that kind of characterization or calling his supporters fascist, if somebody believed that might have contributed to the shooting?
The shooter was a Republican, so...
He was a registered Republican, but he had donated to Democrat organizations.
I think you can generalize about any party, so it's maybe that person just had their own agenda. I would never support killing somebody like that, but yeah.
I thought that shit was crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but bro missed. We ain't got no problems with him.
I think that the whole shooting that happened definitely pointed him in a higher direction as far as the talk of what people are saying.
I honestly feel like Trump is the best president that we've ever had. He gets shit done, and I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
Some nigga took a fucking shot at his ass.
I agree
One way or the other, whether it was staged or not, that shit fucking happened. And he's gaining support because of it.
And he got shot out because he's top honcho, and everybody knows that he's actually gonna make a difference if he gets in line. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they sent them shooters after him, you know what I'm saying?
Have you guys ever heard people call Trump or his supporters fascist or Hitler-like?
To a point, I mean, he does have a cult-like following. We see a lot of that shit on a daily basis.
I think that kind of rhetoric, I mean, if you really thought somebody was like Hitler, then you could kind of see why somebody would want to take him out. You think that led to it?
I don't see him as Hitler whatsoever. Because if you seen him as Hitler, that would be creating genocide. That would be creating a whole bunch of stupid shit.
Level,
yeah. way different level. He was on like, he was on some stupid shit. Let me just say that. But Trump, I don't see him as Hitler or being anything like that in the next few years, whatever it is.
As soon as I heard it, I didn't even see it. As soon as I heard it, I was like, this is staged. And
There was somebody in the stands that died, a retired firefighter.
I understand that, and I can't explain that. But if that guy was an assassin, he's the dumbest assassin in the history of mankind. Because he gets in a one-story building on a roof where everyone's looking at him, and then suddenly Trump jumps up with his ear bleeding and says, "Fight, fight, fight." I'm sorry, that's not how human beings react.
Have you ever referred to Trump or his supporters as fascist or Hitler?
No.
Have you heard other people do so?
Yes.
Do you think that kind of characterization maybe led to what happened?
Considering the guy was a registered Republican, I don't think so.
But he had donated to Democrat PAC.
I don't really know. I don't really know. And you know what?
Okay.
Honestly, I just the whole thing is a farce.
Isn't it amazing how people really feel that the shooting with Donald Trump was actually fake? That just blows my mind. I mean, if they looked at everything that was covered on the investigation of the shooting, they even have that animated video that shows Donald Trump's head looking at the chart and then looking away just at the perfect time as the bullet went. I mean, who stages that? Because that's ridiculous. Think about it. Who's going to put their life in line like that to have it be staged? I mean, that was just bogus. And then when they were asked questions about if Donald Trump was, to call Donald Trump Hitler, and the comments that they said about him being like not a nice guy, they wouldn't go as far as calling Hitler, but as far as Donald Trump not being a nice guy. And I wonder if they saw the RNC but the conference, and just saw how really exposed the speakers made Trump to really show who he is, the nice guy that he is, the generous guy that he is. If people are still saying that Donald Trump is a mean guy, like these guys in this video said, or even some that call him Hitler, and that lady that said, if you're going to shoot, you better, be successful. I'm paraphrasing, but that just blew my mind. But if they're going to go as far as saying that, you just know they're just listening to the liberal media and listening to all the lies that are making it out to be that Donald Trump is a mean person. If you do your research and really do your research and learn, you will learn how generous and how kind-hearted, how authentic, and how much of a people person Donald Trump is, and how much he does love this country. Who runs for president and doesn't take a penny? Who runs for president a second term when he could just be retiring and enjoying his life on this earth as a retired person? Only someone who loves his country and is truly authentic at his actions would be that way. These people were ridiculous.